Hello guys, welcome to my channel. But yes, this is the day after all that clubbing and
got some cheese today.
got some cheese, babe. We're gonna spill the fucking tea with Brewster's.
Cheese-man ice cream.
Cheese-man ice cream. So, how should we start this off?
We get there. We're looking cute as heck. Crew rolls up and like we wait in line because it said it was supposed to start at 10, right?
Yeah, it was supposed to start at 10 and we got there 9:50.
Mm-hmm.
And even when it was at 10, it still took a while to get in. And the guy at the front still kind of made me laugh. He was like full diet Mountain Dew gear going on.
Oh yes, had money shoved in his hat. Mountain Dew also, by the way, with like weird bendy straw looking hair. I hope it wasn't his real hair. If it was, he needs to moisturize his scalp, the ends of his hair, because it looked like, you know those like craft straw things that are kind of like fuzzy? It kind of looked like that.
Oh my god!
What are those called?
They're called pipe cleaners.
Pipe cleaners. Look like pipe cleaners. Knew a little bit of French, so he spoke French to our friend.
Yes. Because the way he did his job, he checked our age identifications.
As required.
He saw mine and says, "Hey Kayla, long time no see." And I was like, "Oh yeah, sure." Then he checked Isabel's and Sedina's.
Said nothing to us. He was just like, "Have a good time." We were like, "Thanks, man."
And then he saw our friend Val, who's from
She's from France. Valentine.
And he just started speaking French to her, and it was like, wow.
He said bonjour, and then that's about all.
That's about it. And then we paid the fee, and then
Got our locker, got a free drink.
it was nice and all. And then probably like around 11 is when, you know, we started dancing because like they were playing some good songs. Like
It was a hip hop R&B club.
oh yeah, by the way, called Attention. And so if you're ever in the Hongdae area, it's a really nice club that plays some sick ass music.
It's right next to Sabotage.
Yep, so go along that area, y'alls.
It was a fun time.
But yeah, we were having fun dancing. And it got to the point where, like, you know, around 11:30, it started to get a little crowded. Sedina, our friend, was feeling it, so she was just, like, going everywhere with her body.
And there was this cute guy in a white shirt and his friend who looked like he was legit 17. He looked like he was a 17-year-old. I don't know how he got into
Nickname? 17-year-old baby boy.
17-year-old baby boy is how we're going to refer to him.
And he was just behind us taking literally 6 shots of tequila.
The tequila's so cheap there. You can get 6 shots of tequila for $16.
Yeah, so...
And you can get a single shot for 3,001. Approximately.
Approximately. But cheap.
You're a tequila person.
Go there. Attention. In Hongdae.
But this guy is like, our friend is feeling herself and like we're dancing. We kind of squat up. When we go out, we kind of like stick to ourselves. Because,
Yeah.
like, it's fun to dance with your girls. And also sometimes guys in clubs are nasty. So Sedina's feeling herself and like I turn around and I feel something like poke me, like it's this dude's hand and he's like trying to grab her waist and I just like take his hand and like flick it off. I'm like, no, you 17-year-old baby boy.
He's like, stop!
Also, she has a boyfriend, get off. You don't know that, but like I know that. So we switched eventually.
And then didn't you say he tried like to grab, he touched your butt, didn't he?
He did touch my butt. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I don't have a boyfriend though, so.
But even then, it was just...
It started getting really, really crowded.
Yeah, and then we started getting pushed to the front a little bit. So we got like towards the middle at least. And then I was in the front, Sedina was behind me, and then there was Isabel and Val. Like I said, we were like still getting pushed to the front, and then there was this girl that was literally on her phone playing solitaire, and it kind of made me so mad.
Game, solitaire.
She was literally just on her phone, like right there, while everyone's like, you know, dancing. And then like Sadina's little grinds kept like bumping me to the front, and then like I kind of like hit her a little, not hit her, I like bumped into her a little, and this girl literally had the audacity to look at me and be like, and I'm just like, why are you at a club then if you knew this was gonna happen?
It's very crowded.
Yeah, it's just the fact that she was on her phone playing solitaire. I was waiting for her phone battery to die.
It never died.
It never died, so
It never died.
wow. But besides her, we were still having a fun time, and it was already midnight. Blue still hasn't shown up. We've been here for like 2 hours, and we're like, okay. And then I think probably like around 1, well, no, 12:30.
12:30.
Sadina and Val, they went out to get air, but then like
they came back after, it was like 20 minutes.
20 minutes later, they came back.
Minutes. And they were like, we're gonna go.
It's me and Isabel that really love
We're
Blue.
the ones who like Blue. Yeah, we liked Blue.
So
they had no idea who he was.
yeah, and so they decided to leave, and we're like, okay, cool. So we were still there. It was already like 1 to 1:30 at this point, and then like he still hasn't shown up. But instead, we got these 2 girls. They just like I always know, like whenever people start to like move in front of you like this, it's like they're gonna be there. They're not gonna move and then like go to the other side. No, these 2 girls cut in front of us and just like stayed there, and like Isabel said, it was crowded, and it was just and then so they stayed there, and I kind of got mad because like you're blocking my view from the stage.
We're not very tall people.
No.
To begin with. I was wearing, I call them my Lady Frankensteins, my Lady Franks. They're just basically combat boots with heels. And they make me like maybe 5'8". Like maybe. That's actually probably pushing it a little.
She was tall enough for me to put my head on her shoulder.
Got that. Heck yeah. But yeah, we're not very tall people, so
No.
it's very difficult to see over people who are taller than you.
Yep. And so with those 2 girls in front of us, we're like, okay, sure, fine.
That's okay. So
But
Blue
then-
still hasn't shown up, but
Yeah.
yeah, who else showed up?
Yep. It was one of the girls' boyfriend, apparently. He screamed so loud, like, hey! And then it was like, no.
And he's like pressed up against us. He's like, those are my friends over there. And I'm like, I literally can't move. And he's like, can I get through? I'm like,
No.
no.
But he ended up squeezing his way through.
Somehow.
And there's a bunch of us girls surrounding around him. And he kept repeating, don't push, as he was barricading his girlfriend. And then Isabel had her arm around me to like barricade me. But then he just kept telling us to not push when it wasn't even us pushing.
He was like, there was no room to move. Like, and he was trying really hard to get down, which I appreciate.
But
if everyone else had also been trying to get down, but we were like, I can't move. So it just wasn't happening.
And then, cause like every time he swayed, it would bump me. And then like at this point I had to just like stand still. And so whenever he would bump me into the girl next to me. And then like I would look at her and she looked back at me and she was just like, and then I was like,
Dude.
and then I told her how he was telling us to not push, and when like he's the one over here pushing. And so she leaned over me to tap him and was like, hey, you're like, I forgot how she said it. I'm just gonna assume that she said, don't be a nuisance.
Yeah.
You're over here like bothering everyone around you, basically. And he was over here trying to grab her hand, and she went like, hell no.
No. Bless these girls.
Yeah. And then I was just standing in the middle of those 2 like conversating, and I'm just like, if a fight starts,
I was ready to throw hands. I was ready to pull her back and just, ooh. He was bothering me so much. Because if he wasn't bumping her, he was bumping into me. Or he was, like, laying on her, which I'm not okay with. Or, like, laying on me, which I'm not okay with.
So basically the girl just told him, like, hey, can you please stop that? Like, you're bothering everyone. And he was just like, okay. But then he just still continued to say, don't push. And then the other girl that was on your right, he was laying on her, wasn't he?
Yeah. She was not feeling it. I had one arm around Kayla at one point, but then he, like, started laying on this girl. Like, we kind of got separated, like, a little bit. Like, our arms were, like...
we were literally like this.
And this dude was, like, laying on this girl behind him, like, to my right. And I tried to, like, put my arm around him, like, to push him forward because she looked so uncomfortable. Because he was wearing, like, a faux, like, what was it, velvet
something like
jacket, something or other. And it was so hot. It was so hot. And she was, like, she'd been there since the beginning.
Yeah.
She'd been there from the very beginning. So I was, like, trying to push him forward, and I was like, are you okay? And she's like, I'm fine.
She said with such an uncomfortable face, because I was like, oh my gosh.
It's that smile, you know, where you're like, haha, I'm not okay, but, like, what can you do about it?
I can't. And then, lo and behold, around 2 a.m., that's when Blue decided to finally show up. And I kid you not, when he walked in through the door and was coming through the crowd, everyone separated. Like, what's that? Is it the...
It's like Moses parting the Red Sea.
There we go.
Forgive my biblical reference.
It was exactly like that. And then so the dude, he went, I guess, to the restroom, so he wasn't there when Blue came in. But his girlfriend laid on top of me to film Blue, and I'm like, well, actually, first of all, hold on. He came in looking squish.
He came in looking like baby boy culture.
Like, he had like a striped long sleeve on, and
glasses. He had a backpack.
It was so cute. Like, oh my gosh. But also, seeing him in person, he's not that tall.
He's not as tall as I thought he was. Yeah. It's all about the angles, y'all.
It's all about the
angles.
But still cute though.
Heck cute.
Okay, back to the story. Like I said, his girlfriend was laying on top of me filming him, and I'm just like, can I just yeet you to the side or something? Oh my god.
We didn't get a chance to work out this week, but that was plenty of a workout.
It really was.
Oof.
Yeah, so when Blue finally got to where the stage was at, he did not start performing until like maybe 10 minutes later, because he was pre-gaming in the corner. This man was literally taking shots of Hennessy and all that stuff.
He was taking shots of Hennessy, shots of probably tequila. I don't know if this man mixes his alcohol. I know I do. But God, he was pre-gaming in the dark in a corner.
Yeah, he was. He had his friend, another member from Make It Rain. Owen Overdose?
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 Oh, I don't know how to say his name.
Okay, well, his name is Owen.
He's good.
He's good. He was there. He was the starter.
He sounds just like he does on his like tracks. So.
Mm-hmm. So he was starting for Blue, and Blue was over here just basically pre-gaming in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Blue finally started, I forgot, what song did he start off with first?
He started with was it?
It's that one song that goes, it's the one that goes, don't go wasting my time, or
don't go wasting my fucking time. Oh.
It was that one.
Oh no. I'm gonna look it up.
I just forgot the title name.
Mm.
He started off with that, and then, what song did that nasty man come back?
It was Sagaji. But, he came back because he comes in and he's like, come in, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah! Wasn't it that part where we did the thing, right?
Yeah, because we were still separated, like, arm's length away, and I was like, my friend is over there, and he's like, where?
Yeah, he was looking everywhere but me, and I was like, literally pointing at myself, like,
and I had, like, reached past him and, like, tilted his head, and I was like, right there. And he was like, oh, okay, and I, like, we kind of shuffled.
Yes.
the intent was for him to switch places with Kayla.
It ended up just him still staying where he was at, and didn't just me being behind him.
Yeah. There was a group of some cute boys though that shuffled in to that place.
Before I decided to be behind him, I was in front of these cute dudes. These we call them scoposcopes. That was fun for a while. Although I feel so bad for the dude who's actually behind me, because I had my hair in like a little high ponytail and like just getting smacked, getting like I wasn't even moving like hard. I was just like trying to stand there, but then like I just can't, I'm short. So like I just want to look up and stuff, so I guess my ponytail kept hitting his mouth, because he's not that tall either, so he wasn't tall, so...
No, it was funny because they were in height order, because there was 3 of them?
Yeah, there was 3.
There was 3 of them, and then there was a scope of hell no, like, made his way through the crowd, and we didn't see him till the end. But it was like the shortest, and then the one that Kayla was talking about, and then like a really tall dude. But he had his hand like kind of like this like on her head.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't like eat her hair. He didn't have his hand like this just because like then he would have like been touching her
That's
head
true,
like
yeah.
this. He had it like this. He had it back. Like, which I thought was nice.
And then that's when I switched to be behind the fucking guy.
Yeah.
Also, excuse my language, I've been cursing so much, but it's because this guy literally brings so much bad memory to me.
He's just one of those people that you hope you never run into in the club, and then you run into anyway.
Right?
He's the kind of person that's like, where's my hug? When you've known him for like 5 minutes, and you're like,
You're right. Also, speak of the devil.
Say bad boy, you say Lou.
Bad boy Lou! Bad boy Lou! Keep in mind, I am now behind this guy, and he's literally dry humping his girlfriend as the song goes on. This man is actually not that tall either. Like, when he was dry humping his girlfriend, his butt was in my region.
All over.
All over. So basically, he was grinding me, and I was like, nope, it was so nasty.
He's so sweaty.
He was so sweaty too. He smelled
so much sweat.
He smelled so stank. It was at that point where it's like, you smell like fart and like sweat combined, and it was just like not a great smell. Oh my god. Actually, there was one part where like his girlfriend started putting eye drops into his eyes, and he was literally laying on Isabel to do it.
I was okay. First of all, I was like, what the fuck? Why are you laying on me? And then I looked and I was like, what are you doing? And she's like trying to put eye drops into his eye, like into his eyes in the middle of a club. And I was like, what? But like,
I also saw that there were so many times where like he had like his arms, like it looked like they were digging into your boobs.
They were straight into my boobs. At one point I had my fist digging into his back because I was like, please stop. Because the arm wasn't working, and so I was like, okay, maybe this will get the point across. Because he kept looking at us, and he knew what he was doing. He kept looking at us, and we'd be like...
Keep in mind, he actually understood and spoke a little bit of English. So it was just like... Yeah, see, while you were doing the fist, at one point, like... Because I couldn't put my hands down. It was bad. So, like, I had my hands up to, like, just be right here. And then at one point, like, I just, like, had my phone like this. So it was digging into his back. And I was like, I hope it hurts.
Yeah. He was a whole person.
Yeah!
A whole person.
And then, what was it? What did his girlfriend say? Oh, just ignore him?
Just ignore him. I can't ignore his hand on my thigh, honey.
You're nasty.
So gross. Again, bless the girls behind us, because they were like, is he bothering you? And then I'd, like, make a face or whatever, and they'd, like, make that face of understanding, too. Like, oh, girl, yeah, I know. But, God.
But yeah, keep in mind that him, his girlfriend, and her friend were being so obnoxious, because I feel like they were trashed.
They were. They were
trashed. And so, you got us, like, the girls right here, and then you got the scopes right here. We're all surrounding them because we want to see Blue. But they're over here being so obnoxious that whenever they kept like hitting all of us, we would turn to each other and just give us
a look.
Share a look of a like.
It was just kind of, and then laugh a little, and then try and ignore it.
And try and ignore it. I wanted to film Blue because like he performed Downtown Baby. I have a video of that.
Oh, it was so good live. Oh, he was so good. He sounds like he ate his CD and then just like came.
Right, yes,
and, like sang. It was so good. I would definitely go and see him again, even with all the crowds and everything.
Okay guys, well, my camera died, so now we're filming on my phone, so I hope this isn't too much.
Different quality.
But it was so ridiculous, and then, like, I can understand people, like, want to shout out Blue and, like, to get his attention so they can see them.
Yeah.
But he was being so obnoxious to the point where it's like, hey, Blue! And he just kept going like this, and I'm just like...
He almost clocked me in the mouth one time because he flung his head back, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah! Like, have fun, but also still be aware of your surroundings.
Have y'all heard of the saying, like, sardines in a can? It's like sardines.
Lo and behold, this man was just... Choo, 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 choo. He was moving where there was supposed to be no movement. Maybe it's because everyone was shrinking away from him. We were like, corn dog that man. So hard, oh my god. He wasn't even standing on his own at this point. He was literally laying on us, so we could have just like... That, and then after it was done, people were screaming for an encore. At this point, Isabel's feet were dying. My ankles were hurting from tiptoeing because, yeah, short people problem. We had a great time, but towards the end of the night of Blue literally not showing up until 2 a.m. basically.
Which we will expect next time.
Yes. And everyone wanted an encore, but at this point, we were done.
Yeah.
We were tired. The subway closes at basically midnight.
It closes at midnight, like 1 o'clock on the weekends.
It's a good thing that Hongdae is not that far from Ide.
It's like a 20-minute walk.
Basically, our legs dead, ready to just like fall off. It was kind of a journey to get back.
It was interesting. I had to squat a couple times and be like, oh my god.
So after he was done, he basically like, you know, took pictures with the fans and stuff like that. I wanted one, but at this point I would not wait another second in this club.
It would have been nice to get a picture with him,
It
but like
would've.
next time.
Next time.
And
And keep in mind that people were still coming in because even if Blue was gone or something like that, it's still a club. Like, you can still, like, party and stuff. We were trying to find a way to, like, get around people to go to the exit. And it was just so much people still. And then that's when I saw, like, these group of guys. They were also scopes.
They were good looking.
They were good looking. We can, like, go behind them. We can, like, get out. Because two short girls trying to push through all those people, it was not gonna be...
It doesn't work very well.
I was like grabbing onto Isabel and we were making our way through and I was trying to walk behind those guys, and then like more people started coming in and it was just basically like you're getting hit everywhere because it's just...
It's like a really close quarters hockey match.
Yes. It was...
A lot of elbows.
Oh. We finally got to the exit to go get our coats and stuff from the lockers.
Yeah.
Then we got that. We walked up the stairs to get out, and lo and behold, it was raining.
It's spring. It's raining.
But good thing that it didn't like rain heavily. It was just like sprinkling.
Yeah, it was just drizzling a little bit.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
We were the only people without like we were like walking because in the U.S. you don't really use an umbrella very much because you have a car. So you just kind of, like, run to your car and hope for the best.
Exactly.
So, like, we didn't think to bring an umbrella, and, like, I don't really care if I get wet, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
Plus
I like the rain. It was whatever.
Exactly.
Also, it was really hot in that club, so it was kind of
nice.
It
felt nice.
It was great.
We started making our way, and, like, yes, the rain was coming down, but, like, at least our makeup still looked good. It still stayed intact even after like just the little drizzles.
All the sweat and all the drizzle. It was still there.
It was still there. So
nice.
Like the frequent like
squat
breaks.
Squat break. I'm in a dress, by the way. I don't really care though because it's at like
it was
2:30 in the morning.
Yep.
So like there weren't a lot of people around, so I just kind of like squat in the middle of the sidewalk and like scream quietly for a minute or
Oh,
two
yeah.
and then move on. Got to Shinchon, and like Shinchon, by the way, is like from the back gate of Iwa is like 5 to 10 minutes depending on how fast you walk.
Yeah.
So we're walking and we're almost back, and these two dudes come out.
They come out of the convenience store
store
with an umbrella, because I saw that they've just like recently bought it, and then we just walked past them, and then like they were really kind of like hauling behind us, and we're like, okay. So then Isabel kind of like pulled us to the side so that she could just like
pretend to fix my shoe so that they could like go forward, because I was like,
and they did, but then out of nowhere they just kind of like slowed down and just like, I don't know what they were doing. We were literally
5 minutes away, actually
5 minutes away from Ide, from our dorms, getting ready, and then one of the guys came over to us.
They had crossed the street.
They crossed the street, and one of them came to us and was like, keep in mind, they were speaking in Korean, so
we're both trying.
We're both trying. We're third years, Korean majors. And so, like, he was speaking Korean to us, and okay, to all my fellow Asian-looking friends out there, just know that Koreans here will mistaken you for Korean. They don't care if, like, it's just a thing. So he was talking to us, and then like anytime Isabel would respond back in Korean to him, he would keep looking me dead in the eyes, basically asking.
He was basically like, "Oh, like, why are you here? Like, where are you going?" And I was like, "Ide."
And he was like, "Oh, why?"
Why? I was like, "학생이."
Yeah, like, we're students.
Why else would we be going to Iwa?
I know.
At 2:30 in the morning.
And
I'm just gonna take a nice stroll around the campus in the drizzle.
Yeah, it's like, because we have nowhere else to be at 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah, in our Iwa jackets.
In our
we were
Iwa
wearing our
jackets.
Iwa jackets, the baseball jackets.
Mm-hmm.
And he's basically like, my friend, and he gestured to his friend.
And his friend was like this.
He was like, something about, we're going to eat. Like,
and like,
you should
guys
eat. Do you want to eat? Are
like,
you hungry?
같이 먹어.
Yeah.
Like, let's eat together.
Let's eat together. And we were like,
keep in mind, Isabel was the one responding, because at this point I was just literally like, no, I was trying to keep in my laughter, because like, why is this happening to us at 2:30 in the morning?
2:30 in the morning. And I was like, this is all in Korean, and I was like, oh no, we have to get up tomorrow, like, really early, and like, it's kind of late, and we're not really that hungry, so,
like, he just kept trying to like persuade us to go, and it was just like, no.
Like, 안녕, and then I was like, 안녕, 괜찮아요.
Like, it's okay,
네.
we're
And
good.
then I was like, 잘 가요. Like, I told him to like go well or whatever, and then we were like,
then,
안녕.
Yeah, and then
안녕.
like, and then at this point, like, he just walked back over, and so we're like, okay, cool.
알았어.
And then his friend walked across.
He didn't
the street.
walk. He jogged.
He jogged across and then gave us his umbrella.
It's really cute.
It's a really cute umbrella. Actually, I'm gonna show it.
Post it. Yeah. Gave us the umbrella and was like, "Oh, here, it's for you." And we were like, "Okay, thank you."
It's this like polka dot umbrella. You know, I feel like he paid
probably 3,000 won.
Probably
3,000, 5,000 won, like
more than us.
3,000 to 5,000 won.
Yeah, more than what we would have paid.
Yeah, more than we would have paid. But now we have 4 umbrellas in the dorm. 4.
So,
but it was nice of them. Like,
it was.
They didn't like push too hard, which was nice.
Yeah, so it was just like, cool, okay, thank you. And then that's when we just finally got to go along our merry way.
Yeah, it was an interesting end to the night.
It was.
It was something.
Back to the dorms at basically 2:40.
2:40, yeah.
And then we had to shower all that nasty sweat off, because it was not a smell that you could literally just like knock out on your bed in.
Smelly smell.
It was so gross. So in a way, we really actually didn't get to go to bed until like 3:30. And so, but that was a night.
It was interesting. 10 out of 10 would go to Attention again. They played bops. I would definitely also go see Blue again.
Oh yeah.
just have to plan that better.
Well, thank you for joining in on this Korean story time. Tune in for the next vlog. See you next time. Bye!